From censored files to clear evidence, this is Redacted Realms.
Reluctant to look back at the moments before Uncle Ho's passing, the secrets yet to be revealed. At 9:47 on September 2, 1969, the entire Vietnamese nation was utterly shocked by the tragic news about Uncle Ho. The beloved elderly father of the nation had suffered a severe heart attack and was gradually fading. Tears welled up in the eyes of his students, close associates, and children. At the moment the radio broadcast the news, it was also when heavy rain poured down, the sky weighed down with sorrow. And so, throughout the country, many wanted to mourn along with millions of compatriots paying respects to him, but it wasn't until nearly 20 years later that the top-secret document, his will, was officially made public. Let's join hands to look back at this deeply painful moment in our nation. At 1600 on August 12, 1969, Uncle Ho met Comrade Le Duc Tho at the Hotel Rest House to hear a report on the situation in Paris. That night, Uncle Ho developed a fever and cough, and in the following days, his coughing worsened and his fever intensified. On August 17, 1969, during a health check for President Ho Chi Minh, doctors discovered that he had an abnormal condition and suggested he not stay and work at the Stilt House to avoid daily stair climbing, advising him to move to the house behind the Stilt House. This was the house the Politburo had decided to build for Uncle Ho in May 1967, while he was in China for medical treatment, to ensure his safety when the US bombed Hanoi. However, Uncle Ho did not accept it for his personal use, saying, when many responsible comrades come to work with him, they should meet in that house for security. Sometimes alone, Uncle Ho stayed only in this wooden stilt house, telling his caretakers to care for the people. If the people could endure, he could endure the same. One day, though seriously ill, Uncle Ho was very happy to hear the Politburo's resolution on commemorating 4 major holidays in 1970. You should discuss it thoroughly. As for his opinion, he did not agree to include May 19th as a major commemorative day in 1970. He advised that, currently, students are about to start a new school year. The paper, ink, and money used to propagandize his birthday should be saved to print textbooks and buy learning tools for the children, to avoid waste. Because Uncle Ho understood the people's hardships, understood that the country was still at war, and the people still suffered greatly. In August 1969, heavy rains caused the water level of the Red River to rise. Prime Minister Nguyen invited Uncle Ho to a safe zone to prevent flooding of the Red River Dyke Brook. Yet, even while seriously ill, Uncle Ho said he could not leave the people. First, take care of the people. Thus, Prime Minister Nguyen prepared an amphibious vehicle to take Uncle Ho to the safe zone in Hanoi flooding, and behind his vehicle were many other amphibious vehicles to rescue people. In the following days, though ill and requiring emergency care, each time he regained consciousness, the first question Uncle Ho asked was about his concerns for the people. Has the Red River water receded? Though still ill, Uncle Ho fully fulfilled his duties. On the anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day on September 2nd, on August 29, 1969, Uncle Ho told Prime Minister Pham, on National Day, he would attend for 10 to 15 minutes. By September 1, 1969, Uncle Ho was very tired, but at times more alert and quick, able to hold and eat a bowl of long and pulp himself. Lying on his sickbed, on the morning of September 2nd, by then he was very weak. His final wish was to meet and visit the compatriots in the South. Sadly, it could not be realized. Now, his breathing grew weaker each moment. Comrades in the Politburo and doctors never left his side, not even for a minute. The first time he regained consciousness after the pain, he looked around and asked, among you, does anyone know how to sing Hue folk songs? Hue was the land associated with him throughout his long childhood. Now, in his final moments, perhaps he wished to carry the image of the beloved South, the image of Ngu Mountain and Perfume River, along with sad memories, with him into eternal immortality. That sentiment of his seemed understood by all, but finding a Hu folk singer at that moment was truly difficult. Then, the second time he regained consciousness, his voice weaker, he asked again. "Among you, can anyone sing a Nagi Tin folk song for me?" Embarrassment once again filled the entire room. Those folk songs had nurtured him since infancy as he grew up and walked his path. Perhaps it had been a long time, for the homeland, for the nation, that he had not heard them again. Perhaps now, before the moment of parting, he yearned to hear, to live in the warmth of his homeland. The third time he regained consciousness, he expressed a desire to hear a bag named Quan Ho folk song. This time, luckily, a young nurse named Go Ti-on stepped closer to him. "Uncle, may I sing for you?" Then she began to sing. Her singing spoke for everyone's hearts that all people in the room did not want Uncle to leave. The more she sang, the more choked up she became, and those around could not hold back their tears. Later, Mrs. Go Ti-on also recounted that after she finished singing, Uncle Ho looked at her, and she felt as if he was smiling. He also told someone to take a white rose from the table and give it to her. A small gesture, but with truly great meaning. Until the last moment of his life, forgetting the pain of the illness he carried, he still devoted all his love and special care to everyone. And that small rose, she dried it to always keep and consider it a sacred memento that stayed with her throughout her life. With plans still ahead, it was truly heartbreaking when exactly at 9 a.m. on September 2, 1969, Uncle suffered a very severe heart attack. Vietnamese and Chinese professors and doctors had to perform emergency treatment for. At 9:47 a.m., Prime Minister Pham Van Dong shed tears. "That's it, comrades, our uncle is gone." So, at 9:47 a.m. on September 2, 1969, Uncle Ho passed away forever, making the world shed tears and the sky pour rain. And another 9 is like a number closely associated with Uncle's life. 9 a.m. on May 10, 1965, then the following days of that May, or the mid-May days of the following years as well. Uncle wrote, revised, and supplemented his will in the Still House office. On May 19, 1969, Uncle reviewed his will. Exactly at 9 a.m., he sat at his desk with the will in front of him. Outside, the sun was already high. Early blooming flame flower clusters caught the sunlight brilliantly. The lake surface rippled gently, sparkling with sunlight. A gentle breeze drifted in through the window frame, making his silver strands flutter. He sat there, leaning back against the chair comfortably and leisurely, a thoughtful expression on his broad forehead. On May 20, 1969, he reviewed the document one last time and placed it in an envelope to store away. At 9:47 a.m. on September 2, 1969, Uncle passed away at the age of 79. On September 9, 1969, the entire nation held a memorial ceremony to bid him farewell. For 15 years, Uncle lived and worked in the presidential palace area. Not once did people gather at his house to trouble him. During the days when he was weak, his health condition was highly confidential. But daily vehicles came and went frequently, bringing Central Committee comrades to visit him, bringing doctors in to treat him, bringing equipment in for his treatment. So people speculated that Uncle might be ill. Therefore, many people came to the Red Gate to express a heartfelt wish. If Uncle Ho is indeed ill, we offer our hearts to replace his. S. will, after being announced, became a great source of motivation, a battle cry for the entire party and people to rise up and fight for the country. However, due to the circumstances of the time, some things still remain unpublished. On the occasion of the 20th anniversary of his passing in preparation for the 100th anniversary of his birth, the Politburo and the 6th Central Executive Committee of the party felt the responsibility to announce his passing date. In 1965, President Ho Chi Minh personally typed his 3-page will. At the end, he wrote the date as May 15, 1965. This is the complete will, with his signature. In the top left corner, there is the signature of the witness, the first secretary of the Central Executive Committee of the party. In 1968, Uncle had written an additional 6 pages. He rewrote the opening section, the section about personal matters already written in the 1965 version, and added some more sections. Those sections talk about the work needed after the anti-American resistance war, such as rectifying the party, caring for the lives of all social strata, exempting agricultural cooperatives from taxes for 1 year, rebuilding cities and villages, restoring and developing the economy, consolidating national defense, preparing. The section about rectifying the party and caring for wounded soldiers, he crossed out. The section about rebuilding the country, developing the economy, preparing for national reunification was marked. On May 10, 1969, Uncle rewrote the entire opening section of the will, consisting of 100. In the 1965 version, the section about personal matters, he instructed for cremation to leave a portion of his ashes for the South. But in the 1968 version, he rewrote this section, instructing to place them in 3 ceramic urns, 1 for each region, North, Central, South. Additionally, he wrote an added section talking about his own life. It's just a pity not to be able to serve longer, to serve more. Thus, it can be seen that President Ho Chi Minh truly was a person with an immense patriotic heart. Until the last moment of his life, he always thought about the fatherland, about the country, about the concerns and hopes for the day when the compatriots would gain independence, and the people would have warm, full, and happy lives. Then, thanks to the instructions in his will, the thoughts he left behind, that our country has achieved development like today. What are your thoughts about this beloved leader of the nation? Please leave your feelings below for D2T to know. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and see you again. Subscribe to the Redacted Realms channel to watch the latest videos.
If this file opened your eyes, subscribe and open the next case.